Dear friends, fellow Singaporeans, voters of Tanjong Pagar and Jurong GRCs, a very good evening to everyone. And thank you for attending this evening's rally. My name is Peng Ann. In Chinese, Peng Ann, but people mispronounce it and say Peng Ann. So I have people calling me Mr. Peaceful. So I shall be very peaceful from now. Now, at 67 years old, actually there's no business for me to be involved in politics. But I've chosen to be involved in politics for one good reason. I think that there are many things that we have not been able to do for Singapore and through politics, all right, particularly at this time, when over the past 10 years things don't seem to be going well. I think it will be a great contribution to the nation. When I first joined SingFirst, I wrote a paper. The paper is entitled, Why I Joined Opposition Politics. And tonight I shall just focus why I joined opposition politics so that you can also reflect on your own why you should, if you have not made up your mind, change your mind to be with the opposition. The first reason why I joined opposition politics is because of the arrogance of the PAP. I spoke in Jurong why I joined because of arrogance. Words were used on Singaporeans. Repent. Duff. Duff means stupid, which means Singaporeans are stupid. How can the ruling government call Singaporeans stupid? Right? Buay tahan. Buay tahan, buay tahan. And then recently they call us nomads. All right? Now all sorts of names are called on us. But if we ever call a name on them, we are all in trouble. So basically, one key, very key factor is this word known as arrogance. I also mentioned the other day that there was a potential, who is a candidate, all right? And he went on rally and said, oh, we are going to give you a lot of amenities. We'll give you all sorts of goodies. But, then he qualified by the word but only if you work for us. How arrogant can this be? All right. So it is because of arrogance that I have started a rethink as to why I should continue to support the PAP. Now I say this because I was a very fond supporter of the PAP. All right. Not because the vote is secret, but because I truly believe 40 years, the first 40 years of independence, they were hell of a good. But the last 10 years, not so. And I've changed my mind. And I hope that many of us here this evening will also rethink as to whether you ought to change your mind to support the ruling party. Not because you hate it, but because there are reasons, there are good reasons why you should not be supporting them. So during this tomorrow, when you have cooling day, which is meant to be reflections, all right, think about it. Think about the arrogance that you have been. Now, I also joined SingFirst to bring about a better tomorrow for Singaporeans, to give Singaporeans a fair society, strong families, and esteemed people. Now, when I went for some walkabouts recently, and especially very intensely the past 1-2 weeks, many people actually approach us and spoke to us through their heart. They actually felt that there are a lot of things that have not been going right. In fact, one lady this morning said, they better change, otherwise we will never ever follow them again. So, according to this lady, she is going to give the PAP a punishing vote. Her word was punishing vote. I hope you rethink it, all right? Whether you continue to support, not support, give them another 5 years so that they can make more misery for us, something to think about. People have been complaining about the CPF. They talk about the transport. Yesterday, there was transport breakdown again, I was told, MRT breakdown again. They talk about health problems, overcrowded hospitals, and so on. And I'm sure that the PAP have their ears to the ground. But why are they not following up so actively? That's precisely because they feel that these are noises. These are noise. My dear, since I'm a senior citizen, I want to address the senior citizens issue. I think the senior citizens today, I think many of us here this evening are also senior citizens, actually do not have enough to survive or to retire. I don't have enough to retire. Why is this so? Because when we were young, a lot of our CPF had gone into the house. Think about it. We are asset rich, cash poor. Roof over the head, no money to spend. Right? This is exactly what we are. Do you agree? Yeah. And why so? Why so? We get returns on CPF, 2.5, 3, maybe a little bit higher for certain accounts, but they are getting 6% on the average. Could this interest rate be increased? What do you think? Yes. And then you have some money left when you retire. And they say, no, cannot touch it, because you anyhow spend the money. They never taught us how to spend money. But yet at the same time, they say, don't touch the CPF money because you don't know how to spend money. 55 years old, you don't trust a Singaporean to spend his own money. But for 54 years, you trust him. Can't understand this logic. Huh? Yeah, some of us may go to Batam, some, maybe 1%, 2%. But you penalize 98% of the people by not giving them back the money. And you have a minimum sum. And many of us have to cope with higher prices. So you have less money, but yet cope with higher prices. I remember I bought an insurance policy many years ago. $100,000. At that time, a lot of money. But today, if I take out the money, what is $100,000? Kacang putih. $100,000 40 years ago can buy me how many cars? Right? They can buy me a HDB apartment. Today, $100,000 buy me a door. Even door, maybe sometimes broken door. Right? I was told that many houses now have doors that don't fit as well. And today, children do not give the parents or the grandparents money, pocket money, the way we used to give our parents and grandparents. Why? Why? Why do you think so? Right? Because they have to have money to look after their own children, pay tuition fees. $5 billion tuition industry, something I cannot understand. But what is important is Think First has got a social safety net package, which I hope you think about, vote for us, and we can try to push for these packages to be introduced. An old age pension amounting to $300 per month for every senior. To push for the government to increase the government share of healthcare from 1/3 to 2/3, which means bringing the cost of healthcare low. And also, for the seniors to go on transport. Now, how much do we pay? 90 cents? We want to propose a reduction to 50 cents so that everybody can go about moving and see the beautiful Singapore. Now, let me just touch on transport as well for a moment. And just to point out how much transport eat into our daily disposable income. We already don't have enough money. Now the COE is the one that is going to cause us a lot of problem. The COE today hovers around $60,000. In your lifetime, how many cars would you have bought if you are driving? 4 cars, 5 cars. Assuming you own 4 cars in your lifetime, 4 times 60,000 is 240,000, close to $250,000 paid to your COE. Is this a large amount of money? A lot of money. But convert it now. If you own a car, how much do you pay for COE a month? You calculate. And I'll tell you, every month, you actually put aside $500 just to cover the COE cost. In other words, your money is reduced, your disposable income is reduced by $500 every month. Less interest. So think about it, all right? The issue of transport, the issue of senior citizens, how we, in terms of the disposable income that we have, has been reduced. Now, I would like just to suggest that tomorrow is cooling day. Think through what you want to do. Think through all the difficult situations that you have been put through. Your ability to save, your ability to spend, the housing problem, the transport problems, and then you decide which way you would like to vote. And I'm going to suggest to you that it is time for us to vote for change. We should start to vote for change. We should learn how to restore our nation. This is the opportunity. So tomorrow, after cooling day, on Friday, please vote for Singaporeans first. Thank you.